Angels are example of goodness. If you call someone an angel, he's happy. And if you call him shaitan, he's not happy because they're example of evil. وَمَنْ سَمَتْ شهوته على عقله التحق بالبهائم. And any person whose desires are in control of his brain, then he is degrading himself to the level of the animals. So we need to evaluate the situation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us strong shahwa, desire, and gave us brains to analyze and think and decide. And our decision has to be not based on our desires. Our brains have to decide based on where is your salvation? What is safe for you? To eat this sandwich and die or go to the hospital, or to not eat it? Who decides? You have shahwa that says, I want it, and you have a brain that says, don't get it. And the decision is there. Brain means in Arabic aql. Aql means something that refrains you from harming yourself and something that brings goodness to yourself. That's the purpose of the aql, is to make you live good here and in the hereafter. It protects you from harming yourself. So if you harm yourself, simply we can say you have no aql. Majnoon. What is majnoon?
Crazy.
No aql, crazy. I'll give you an example. You see someone going to the roof and he's walking and he's going to jump. What do you tell him?
Ya Majnun.
Majnoon? Are you crazy? Why? Because your brain, if you have it, it's supposed to control you and not make you kill yourself. When you lose your brain, that's when you die. So can you imagine someone seeing someone or himself or herself going to hell and the brain is not doing anything? You desire something haram, you go get it, your brain is idle, doesn't do anything. This person is crazy even though he might be Einstein. Whoever that guy is. Do you know him? You know that guy? You know Einstein? Who is he? Yalla ya Zalaba, tell me something about Einstein. You don't know anything about him? Good for you. Why? Because to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a person who is not obeying or protecting himself from hellfire is crazy, and he is worse than animal. Not animal, worse. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, listen to this ayah, وَلَقَدْ ذَرَأْنَا لِجَهَنَّمَ كَثِيرًا مِنَ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ. We've created from human and from jinn so many people who are destined to go to hell. What's their problem? لَهُمْ قُلُوبٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ بِهَا. They have brains, they don't understand it. They don't use it. It is not doing its job. وَلَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا. They have eyes, but they don't see. But everyone sees from those people who are in hell. It means that they only see pictures. They don't look beyond the picture. It's like you see a portrait beautiful, you say, MashaAllah, look how beautiful that is. That is a person who sees with his eyes. Another person goes, wow, who did it? See the difference? The same eyes, one eye saw it as a picture, the other eye saw it as a picture, and who did it? It thought beyond it. This is like, MashaAllah, look at the beautiful sky. Who did it? Why don't you think about that? So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes and tells you, memorize Surah Al-Mulk, أَفَلَمْ يَنْظُرُوا إِلَى السَّمَاءِ فَوْقَهُمْ كَيْفَ بَنَيْنَاهَا. Can they look at the sky above them, how we built it? Is that really Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to just take your iPhone and take pictures? Wow, look at the beautiful sky, boom. Now post it on Facebook, and you're going to go to Jannah, right? No. Think, who created it? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So some people have eyes, but it's like they're blind. وَلَهُمْ آذَانٌ لَا يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا. They have ears, but they don't hear with it. Animals, they hear you. When you scream at the animals, they hear you. Even when you call them names, they come. But do they understand what you're saying? No. They just got used to something. When they hear that sound, it means food is here. But they don't understand that you're saying, come on, little kitty, and come on, little Bobby, and all of that. All that stuff. They don't know what you're talking about. They just know that there's food. Look what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. أُولَٰئِكَ كَالْأَنْعَامِ. This kind of people who have brains, they don't use eyes, they don't think beyond ears, they don't understand the difference of the language and the advice and the misadvice and all of that. They are like animals. And look what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala added. بَلْ هُمْ أَضَلُّ. In reality, they are worse than animals. Why? Because animals, they created for a purpose and they're doing it. وَإِن مِّن شَيْءٍ إِلَّا يُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِ. Everything makes tasbih to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even inanimate things, this chair, the carpet, the wall, everything makes tasbih. Yet when we come and tell you do tasbih, you're sitting. The wall is making tasbih and you're not, and you have brains and eyes and ears and everything. By the way, you can do tasbih by looking. If you're sitting thinking, now I know from now on everybody's going to be no tasbih, and I say, brother, how come you're not doing tasbih? I'm thinking, brother. That's not an excuse for you, right? Sister, did it get stuck? Okay, so the idea we're having here, make sure that you ascend with your intellect to the level of the angels. Let your brain overpower your desires. If you have an urge to talk in the class, don't. If you have an urge to look or to do something in the salah, don't. Why? Because you want salvation. You want to save yourself, and the best and the biggest save is from hellfire. You agree, brother? Right. Is there anything better saved than Jannah? Can you imagine Jannah? I want you to go to Jannah, and I want to go to Jannah. Inshallah, all of ISI will be in Jannah, and we'll be reminding each other. Yes, the money that you're paying will take you to Jannah. What you're studying will take you to Jannah. And we are in the beautiful days of the Hijjah. Make sure you pray more and you fast more, and get pumped. Thursday we have that Hajj assimilation. Come fasting too. Get fasting. One day, Sheikh. One day is so important. 70 years away from hellfire. And fasting, look how special it is. The day of judgment, if you owe someone something, they take from your good deeds, right? But if you run out of good deeds and you have fasting, they cannot touch it. Fasting, they will not touch it. Why? Because fasting is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is a safety deposit for you with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You don't pay people from it. That's how valuable it is, and that's how special it is. So fast. Why fasting is so important? We said He created us subhanahu wa ta'ala desires and brains. Fasting is you killing all of your desires. Who doesn't like food? Raise your hand. See, all of you love it. Actually, you're carrying your lunch box like you're going to heaven. Especially lunchtime. That's how the desire works. So make sure, inshallah, you give up that desire which you love for someone you love more, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, especially in this most beloved day. Jazakumullahu khairan. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.